This bout is scheduled.
A lot of trash. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. The courage on display here is incredible. That counter shot lands. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. These punches coming from every angle. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punching. Beautiful counter punch. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in a headlights.
Halfway through the round and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
Nice exchange here from both men. They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. That punch scores. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. Well, there was no... On to the second round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Good punch. Missing with the hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. Beautiful counter shot. That jab misses. Good counter punch. Jab not finding its target. You'd like to see more jabs. How about that time counter shot? Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. Pretty dominant round. And there's the bell for round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter lands. Well done with that counter shot. Got got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Insane action. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he scores with the counter. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
It's all offense, all the time. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Counter punch. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in. Back at it in round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These two were made for each other. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Perfect counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter punch caught him clean. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. As bad. On to the 5th we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
No rest for the weary. catch and shoot. Jab does not score. Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez. There's the bell for round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Nice counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. They're both trying for a knockout. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? How about that time counter shot? Good right cross. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes. It's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. There's the bell to start round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. Just misses with that uppercut. Teofimo in some real trouble here. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. That was almost... There's the bell to start round 8. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counter punch.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. That jab doesn't score. Perfect counter shot. Swing and a miss with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit